Hello, my old viewers. Turbo Concept here, and we're sorry for delayed for one day, even just over 35 hours because of lost connection, for even almost 40 hours of lost connection as well, because due to this torrential rain in September 11 at 11:41 p.m. coast. So today, we're going for Burroughs Hill circuit. So just I'm going to be driving a Formula 2 car and just one, and it was a dangerous track for a situation for a long time. So this game was absolutely 12 years old, and you can able to revisit this thing. So we're at the Burroughs Hill circuit. So looks like this track was absolutely dangerous, and if you want to drive with some other cars like stuff and that, and do you really think that you can able to drive a Charger or Superbird, and even just driving for a NASCAR cars from the 70s and 1960s and exactly as the 1970s? So you cannot able to drive like that. So if you able to drive like these cars, your cars might able to get stuck, especially NASCAR. For just, well, the only recommendation is you will drive a Formula 2, Formula Ford, and the Chaparral 2J as well. So I'm going to be starting a Formula 2 for today, so we're not doing just an out lap. So this Formula 2 car just eventually hit for 90 miles an hour, just like the diesel train from yesterday, from the old years of the 1990 stuff, especially for Union Pacific, for Great Rig, Rolling, and itself for this dangerous track. And for sometimes we're gonna be talking for this later, especially for 90 miles an hour, just driven like a Formula 4. We're starting for the lap number 1, and you want to see an onboard view. So you pretty guess, and if I'm going to be seeing an onboard view, I might get a lots of trouble during that lap times on this way. So looks like I already going up for this hill, so I'm not going to get some crash, and I just spin out for this first time in Burroughs Hill circuit. And looks like even I driven this Formula Ford cars, and exactly as well because of traveling too fast, and looks like I have to slow down for this moment. So this is the one for the first training that you ever been saw for this first that I like. So it must be the 1960 style, so we just failed for the first lap. So I'm gonna do is to complete another lap for just well. So I'm going to be doing to take it easy on this way. So I'm not going to make a very exactly as mistaken because of this one. So if I'm going to be an onboard view at this way, so it might able to get lots of trouble because of due to spins, and I really don't know what it is, hitting to 90 miles an hour. And we just almost hit there for just once and failed another lap. So looks like we just failed for traveling too fast, because I swear. So maybe I should get back into the pits. I'm not going to be retrying, and I'm never going to be retrying because of spinning, and I'm might able to actually get stuck out here for just well. Since I get out of the Formula Ford car, so let's try the Formula 2 car to make a better lap times. If you try to get into this car for the onboard view, you realize the car should be disappeared if just first person for just now. So let's take on the on lap, and we have the track assist, and looks like I just spin out for this time because you know the Formula 2 is, this must be the Formula 2 from the 1970s, and exactly as well for the 1974 exactly. And I'm pretty sure this Formula 2 just really hit to 120 miles an hour, and but just now faster than the New York Hudson. And like I say, this car was absolutely nothing that you ready to do so. Even Jim Clark's death will be at 1967 in Hockenheim for the Formula 2 season. So let's get out here and let's do a quarter lap time. We're coming up to the lap number 1, and looks like this car needs to be slowing down. So I swear this car hits to 120 miles an hour as well, because of this one was absolutely painless. and this car should not handling so well. So if that handling is pretty too soft, because exclusively it was going to be much more pain, and we're almost spin out of the track in this lap number 1 thing. And we're going to be stopping around here, so there's a turn hairpin right away, and let's get up here, and we're completing for this first lap, coming up into the second lap. So there is a dangerous things whatsoever, so we're completing for the first lap, so I'm not going to be traveling so fast, and a personality, we're not doing so much well for just not trying to get so easy on this corner, so just carry on the speed just like the Formula 2 car. And because this is not just like the Formula 2 car, it was just painless. And we're absolutely starting to fail, and we just flipped for the Formula 2 car as well. So even for that reason, so you can try for the Formula 4 car. So even just easy to spin out, and just I swear for it, I just cannot able to drive, so I really don't know what it is. So I complete for the second lap, so failed for the second lap for just a Formula 2 car and the Formula 4 car as well. So even I just completed for this first lap just like the Formula 2, so even I'm going to be trying again, so I might going to spin out for so many times. Well, looks like I got out of the Formula 2 car just when I'm back into the pits. So we're going to be using a Chaparral 2J just like the Gran Turismo 4 version. It was not actually like a Gran Turismo 4 version. So even I just really saw this in Gran Turismo 4, even for high speeds in Le Mans. And this car must be the banned series on the motorsport world for just an FIA. So the most banned series of the manufacturers, so the manufacturers should not able to do so, because so this manufacturer was absolutely banned as well. So we're completing for an out lap and the 2JZ, and absolutely we're going to lap time with this one. So the lap 1 is coming up, so we're just going to do a lap 1 streak. So here we go. So I'm going to be slowing down and not going to make sure that I'm not going to be traveling too fast at this one. So this must be a banned series for this time, so we just wait for the first lap, so I need to try again. Looks like we're coming up to the lap number 2, and I'm not going to make some mistakes, so here we go. So looks like even it's like the D stage, because I driven this like sometimes, because this is not sometimes that I'm going to be first driven on this car, so we're not going to be talking about this car. So let's continue to focus on this track, and looks like we are focusing to this one. So, and even I drift some things like this, and it looks like in No One Sleeps in Tokyo, but deja vu. And let's push our way up, and I'm not going to be overflying with this one. So even I'm going to be flying down in this, and we're finishing for the second lap. And looks like we're on to the one more lap to go. Looks like I finished 3 laps of Burroughs Hill Circuit, because I'm not going to be done at this. So looks like I might head out, and if you want to drive with some cars or stuff like that, so I won't able to be driving like this. So even that's it for now. So I'm going to be ending this video right back here to the lobby in the Paul 2448 Racing Collection. So let's get back right here into this lobby. So thankfully, so that's pretty it. So if you enjoy for this game, so this game is really linked in description below. So looks like the next one will be at this. So I really cannot do it anyways. So even though I might going to able for a demolition derby, so I'm not going to do a tractor race and dirt rally, and especially for rallycross as well. So even we're going for finale was the Roblox Racing series. So I'm about to end this video right now. So thank you for watching and for all your support. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and this is Turbo Concepts signing off anyways.